During the opening cutscene, Gandalf is placed higher above the floor. By saving and reloading during the cutscene using dev mode, we can see how high above the floor Gandalf is. The hills and greens outside of Bilbo's windows don't actually exist. They're just textures. Here you can see what the outside of the house actually looks like. Here, I'm viewing the house with the same camera mode I used in the Dreamworld Oddities video, so you can compare the two. Bilbo has only one line of dialogue when interacting with his parents' photo.
Bungo and Belladonna Baggins. A hobbit couldn't ask for finer parents.
But has 5 different dialogue lines for these 5 photos, which are chosen randomly when you interact with them.
That's my Aunt Linda when she was a child. Good old Uncle Bingo. Ah, Cousin Falco. That's my Aunt Melba. That's my Gamma Laura. She was a grub before she married a Baggins.
Bilbo's house is located directly below Bilbo's garden outside. Also located below Bilbo's garden are several out-of-bounds courage points, as well as scattered quest items. These quest items include the hammer and nails, sugar and spice, sack of wheat, 2 apples, tea cakes, sausages, and 2 unused items, tea cake ingredients, and a quilt. Several of these items have incorrect sprites. Collecting the sugar and spice marks the quest Open Lorella's Chests as complete. A few of these items respawn a short time after collecting them, but Bilbo can't collect them a second time as long as his inventory is still full. The inventory allows for a maximum of 1 of most items, although for apples it allows up to 3. If you already have 3 apples, you won't be able to pick up any more, including from the apple orchard. There's also an interactable object with a hammer sprite near these pickups, although interacting with it does nothing. There's a group of rocks located below the ground to the side of Bilbo's house. These rocks are completely out of bounds and are inaccessible without fly mode. The flat ground in the middle of Bilbo's garden extends far below the ground into the out-of-bounds void below. The apple orchard is intended to teach the player how to use throwing stones, but the apples will also fall when attacked with the walking stick. The cutscene with the hide-and-seek children temporarily moves Bilbo to an invisible box placed high above the level during the portion where he's out of frame. The version of Hamfast placed in this circle is actually interactable, and doing so will cause you to immediately find him in his hiding spot, even before he's run off to hide. The other 3 children aren't interactable. There are a few ways to pull this off without dev mode, but I've chosen to save and reload during the cutscene here. Talking to Hamfast, Belle, and Hilda after finding them reveals some extra friendly feelings between Hamfast and Belle.
Don't tell anybody, but I think Hamfast likes me. Do you think so, Mr. Baggins?
That Belle Goodchild keeps bothering me. Why does she keep pestering me?
Hamfast Genji likes Belle. Belle likes Hamfast, but they won't tell each other.
Talking to Sadak after finding him reveals his second voice actor.
You're too good at this game.
Have you had my mother's berry crumble tea cakes? They're the best in the Shire.
Triggering Sadak's cutscene causes him to turn and face Bilbo before resetting Bilbo's position, which desyncs the two. The old man in front of the well, named Paul, disappears after Bilbo finds all of the hide-and-seek children. Entering and exiting Bilbo's house reloads Paul in front of the well, but leaves the well itself interactable. The well is referred to as Paul's Well That Ends Well in the game's code. If you haven't triggered Sandyman's initial cutscene, and you talk to him for the first time while the Nails Acquired text box is still on screen, the cutscene where you're shown where the hammer and nails are is replaced. This cutscene has unfinished subtitles and was clearly not intended to be left in-game.
I could fix it, but I'll need my hammer and nails.
Here's your hammer and nails.
Good lad, this shouldn't take long.
The lily pads on the path to the hammer give Bilbo 100 courage points if he crosses them without falling in the water. The state of the lily pads isn't properly reset when Bilbo dies, causing the game to immediately give you the 100 courage points as soon as the lily pads are reloaded, assuming the save was made before you collected them. Talking to Holbert after he's given you the sack of wheat doesn't properly reset Bilbo's position for the cutscene, meaning you can talk to Holbert while standing in the air or facing an odd direction. The cutscene in the berry patch teleports Bilbo to a large box located far out of bounds. This box is completely empty aside from 2 chickens. This box is located underneath Bilbo's house. Hobart has 5 possible responses to catching you, chosen randomly. The chickens in the chicken coop don't load in when crossing an approaching load trigger at a specific angle, allowing you to roam the coop with no risk. Entering the chicken coop without crossing through the trigger at the entrance also causes the chickens to not be able to detect you, once again allowing you to roam the coop with no risk. There is no known way of doing this without fly mode. There's an interactable level end trigger located far above the Green Dragon Inn at the end of the level. Interacting with it automatically ends the level without triggering the final quest. The level's final cutscene teleports Keeley to inside of the Green Dragon Inn, standing in the ground next to Bilbo. Talking to him triggers his cutscene, with the camera attempting to face him and instead facing toward the inn. Thank you very much for watching the second video of this Oddities series. Once again, if you would like to support me financially, even just a little bit, you can head to my Patreon. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, or suggest a different video topic, let me know in the comments.